While waiting for the train, he suddenly collapsed in the middle of the tracks. The people around him didn't rush to help. Instead, they immediately pulled out their phones to record. I couldn't stand watching this. I jumped down onto the platform, planning to save the man before the train arrived. Several burly guys saw what was happening and quickly came forward to help pull the man up. At that moment, the train was about to arrive at the station. I walked to the middle of the tracks. Actually, I was the one trying to commit suicide. But then I turned my head and saw a little boy. Worried about leaving the child with psychological trauma, I immediately grabbed a bystander's hand and climbed back onto the platform. 1 second later, and I would have been crushed into pulp. The bystander was furious and cursed me out, calling me a lunatic. My name is Ova. 6 months ago, my wife, who had been with me my whole life, tragically passed away from cancer. With nothing left to live for, I decided to go join my wife. That day, I carefully washed my face and put on the blue suit my wife loved most. Then I went to the living room. On the ceiling hung a rope I'd prepared long ago. Without hesitation, I stood on the stool, put my head straight through the noose, then closed my eyes to welcome death's arrival. At that moment, a loud crash came from outside. Annoyed, I took off the rope and went outside to see what was going on. My new neighbor had accidentally damaged my mailbox again. The new neighbor's family had just arrived that day. The husband's driving skills weren't up to par. He'd been struggling for ages and still couldn't back the car in. I had no choice but to help. I backed the car into the parking spot, then hurried home to continue my suicide attempt. However, just as I was about to put on the noose, my neighbor, Parvaneh's daughter, appeared at the window. Afraid of scaring the child, I quickly put the rope away. Helplessly, I had to abandon my suicide plan. The next day, I went as usual to bring flowers to my wife. I hoped she wouldn't blame me for missing our appointment. At the same time, I promised that I'd die as soon as I got home. Then I pulled down the blinds and prepared to hang myself again. Just as I was about to kick away the stool, there was knocking at the door. I angrily took off the noose. When I opened the door, I found 2 children standing there. Parvaneh had prepared chicken and rice to thank me for helping back up the car. She'd sent the children to deliver it. I looked at the chicken and rice in the children's hands. My anger instantly disappeared. They also wanted to borrow my ladder. I took the initiative to help carry the ladder out. At that moment, another neighbor passed by. She struck up a conversation with Parvaneh's family. She casually mentioned my late wife. Enraged, I immediately started cursing at her. After saying that, I angrily went back inside.